Who's the best basketball player ever? It's a question that fills barbershops, message boards, and living room debates across the world. Is it Michael Jordan, the icon of an era, the face on millions of posters? Is it Kobe Bryant, the relentless craftsman? LeBron James, the phenom who's somehow exceeded the hype? Maybe it's someone like Shaquille O'Neal, so dominant, so larger than life, that entire defensive philosophies were built around stopping him. Let's take a journey through the legends. See for yourself what made each of these titans great, and maybe by the end, the answer will be a little clearer, or perhaps even harder to pin down. It's the spring of 1991. The Chicago Bulls are down in a tough playoff battle. The tension in Chicago Stadium is electric. All eyes are on Michael Jordan. He's picked up the ball with 5 seconds left on the clock. With a flick of the wrist, he elevates, gliding through space with a grace almost impossible to describe, and sinks a shot so effortless, so inevitable, it shocks no one. That's what Jordan does. He bends fate. 6 NBA championships, 6 finals MVPs, 5 league MVPs, 10 scoring titles. On paper, it's overwhelming. In the hearts of fans, it's even bigger. Michael's legacy isn't just statistics. It's the gravity with which he played, the unyielding fire, the impossible clutch plays, the aura that made opponents fold. He's the only player in history who retired at the peak of his powers, then came back and did it all over again. But before the Bulls could become the standard, they had to get past a man mountain, arguably the most physically dominant basketball player to ever live, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq entered the league in 1992 with power unseen since the days of Wilt Chamberlain. At 7'1", 325 pounds, he wasn't just big. He was nimble, quick, and smarter than he ever gets credit for. The early days in Orlando foreshadowed dominance. Backboard-shattering dunks, defenders bouncing off him like rubber. But it was as a Laker, paired with a rising star in Kobe Bryant, that he mutated from spectacle to dynasty maker. 3 straight titles, 3 finals MVPs, the most unstoppable force in the league. Coaches developed the hack-a-Shaq strategy, intentionally fouling him because otherwise he'd get easy buckets all night. The rim, the paint, the very geometry of defense revolved around him. And then there was Kobe, the Black Mamba, a singular obsession with greatness, an assassin's resolve. In Los Angeles, Kobe arrived young but wise beyond his years, and after winning early with Shaq, he rebuilt the Lakers into champions again, this time as the unquestioned leader. 5 NBA titles, 2 finals MVPs, an 81-point game that left jaws dropped across the globe. The stories about his work ethic have become legend. Teammates talk about 4 a.m. workouts, endless hours in the gym, a mind always hunting for weaknesses to exploit, in his own game or anyone else's. There's a mythos to Kobe rooted not just in skill, but in will. Game on the line? Give him the ball. Defender draped? No matter. Double team? Just watch. Mamba mentality, he called it. A demand for excellence, not just in himself, but in everyone around him. But in a league of icons, the conversation's changed. For 2 decades now, LeBron James has been rewriting the formula. Coming out of high school straight into the league, the expectations were titanic. The chosen one. And impossibly, he lived up to everyone. 4 league MVPs. 4 championships spanning 3 different franchises. 10 NBA Finals in 18 seasons. All-time leader in playoff points, and by 2023, the NBA's all-time leading scorer. What makes LeBron different? He's like a Swiss Army knife. Too strong for most to post up, too fast to trap on the wing, too smart, court vision so acute, he can anticipate where his teammates will be before they know it themselves. He's not just a scorer. He's a facilitator, a rebounding machine, an all-league defender. He's played point guard, forward, center. Positions dissolve around him. Even more, LeBron's been durable like few before him, night in and night out, for 20 years. His greatness has spanned generations, taking on legends of the past, Duncan, Bryant, Garnett, and then seamlessly guarding or outscoring a new generation. Curry, Durant, Giannis. Every era, LeBron's in the conversation. But the list rarely ends here. Oscar Robertson, the original triple-double machine, changed what it meant for a guard to impact the game. Magic Johnson made 6'9" point guards look normal and played every position in the 1980 finals, including center for an injured Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Speaking of Kareem, 6 MVPs, 6 championships, the most unstoppable shot in basketball history, the skyhook. There's Larry Bird, cold-blooded and unflappable, with a trash-talking streak and a stat line to match. 3 MVPs, 3 rings, and a rivalry with Magic that saved the NBA. And then, Bill Russell, 11 championships in 13 seasons, the ultimate winner, whose defense and leadership defined an entire era. But let's come back. Jordan, Kobe, Shaq, LeBron. Each has their own claim. To understand who's the best, you have to decide. What's greatness? Is it the numbers, the championships, the MVPs, the buckets scored? Is it dominance, the ability to warp defenses, to force the league's strategists to invent answers just to slow you down? Is it longevity, serving as the league's best, year in and year out, for what seems like an eternity? Is it clutch performance, the game-winning shots with the season on the line? Is it leadership, intangible influence, a killer's composure? Or is it a little bit of everything? If you value scoring and clutch perfection, it's hard to look past Jordan. The man won every trip to the finals, never needing a Game 7. His teams, when he played full seasons, had a near-automatic trip to the top. If you value unmatched dominance, forces that could physically overwhelm, who couldn't be stopped no matter what, Shaq stands alone. No one, not even Chamberlain, could be so completely unguardable at his best. If genius, adaptability, and longevity are what define the best, LeBron is without precedent. Every MVP-caliber teammate, from Wade to Davis, from Irving to Love, LeBron found a way to win alongside them, shifting his style to whatever the team needed. At whatever stage of his own game, he found himself. And if you value technical precision, obsession, and mentality, where excellence wasn't just the result, but the requirement, Kobe is your answer. No one outworked him. No one outdetermined him. His legacy is generations of players who try to measure up to that impossible standard. And still, there will be those who argue, what about Wilt's 100 points in a single game? Or Russell's championships that may never be surpassed? The answer is, in a way, as individual as the player themselves. Because, see, every fan carries their own memories. A Jordan fadeaway, a LeBron chase-down block, a Shaq dunk that rattled the very arena, a Kobe buzzer beater as time expired. Each monumental moment is a memory, and each fan's vote is shaped by the era, the team, the story. Here's the truth. The best ever can't be decided in a box score, or a trophy case, or an argument over drinks at a crowded bar. Instead, it's the echoes of greatness, each with their own flavor, their own signature. For some, it is Jordan, the ultimate competitor, turning the impossible into routine, undefeated when everything was on the line. For others, LeBron, the living legend who is still, after 2 decades, adding to his record, warping the sport itself. For some, Kobe, a relentless craftsman, larger than his own myth, unforgettable even after the final whistle. And for others, Shaq, who made basketball fun and then terrorized defenses every game for nearly 20 years. Who is the greatest basketball player ever? That answer, the real answer, might just be the debate itself. The passion, the arguments, the highlights pulled up on phones and laptops, the late-night conversations as another finals game ticks down to 0. The game keeps evolving, but the legends are eternal. Pick your side, tell your story, but most of all, revel in the greatness that made the question worth asking in the first place.